Why did the game pause? I didn't leave it pause. Is it like an auto AFK thing? Also, someone was shooting a gun. Oh god. I assume I'm safe. Like, if I'm in an area where I can talk to people, I don't think there's enemies. Okay. I'm fine.
Bloody vampire hunter.
But guns? I'm sure there's lots of guns in this area. People with guns. He's not breakable. I still don't know what purpose the breakable objects serve. There's no loot. They're rarely, like, in the way. Funsies? This is what it feels like. But, you know. Funsies are only funsies for so long when they serve no purpose. Like some entire games I will not name. Cover letter. Hello, Frank. How are you, my old friend? It was good to see you last week. Next time, let me get the rounds in. I hope everything is okay on your side of town. Here in your old neighborhood, the situation is getting worse. Clay is getting more violent every day. And only thinking about expansion even when it seems there are some new players around trying to dispute our territory. The wet boot boys are in a bad spot, I'm afraid. So I thought about what you said the last time we met, that you never regretted leaving that you never regretted leaving the gang, that the only thing you regret is never being able to put foot in the East End again to avoid a good beating or worse. Well, rest assured that you'd have my protection if you decide to pass by. Maybe we could talk again about new opportunities and job offer. You know, I have always been good with numbers, so maybe if you need an accountant in your company, let's talk about that, shall we? Say hello to your wife for me. WBB for life, old chap. Booth Digby. Name them? No, I'm good. There's no need to throw shade at reasonably good video games that people enjoy that I no longer enjoy. That doesn't matter. It just means I'm done with them is all. For a second, I was like, what does WBB mean? And I was like, oh, Wet Booth Boys. I was reading that letter.
It's locked.
Surely I could very easily get to the other side of this. It's probably a quest that takes me there though, so I'm not gonna bother. Yeah, I'm not trying to be topical or like cheeky with like current year gaming or anything. I was just running my mouth off like I do. Trying to fill airspace.
Something, sweetie. My guess is they're recruiting for some vengeance.
In the mean. Good evening, miss.
It's this game.
I'm Dr. Reed. May
No,
I ask
I'm
you
actually
a few
really
questions?
enjoying this.
Who are you? What do you want?
As I just told you, I'm a doctor.
In spite of the like
hospital, actually.
real
Pembroke
world
Hospital,
relevance
you
it
say?
has.
I ain't paying
Or
any
parallels.
bill left by Clay.
I'm not here to collect payment, miss.
Miss Edwina Cox. So what do you want then? Fancy
Oh, she's the one that
buying
wants more
something from
guns.
Me, maybe?
What can you tell me about your work?
I'm a businesswoman. I buy and sell things, and I send my wet boot boys after anyone who don't play nice.
Every time I'm gonna read a booth.
Gang member and shopkeeper. Can't be easy running double shifts.
If you're interested, I may find use of a doctor who can freely walk across the city, you know.
You're quite blunt, aren't you?
I like people who know what they want and say what they think. This is a time of great opportunity for those ready to embrace their destiny.
Hold on. Yeah, Automod is like, do you want to allow this? And like, it's really hard to tab out of this game. I'm like, I'll allow it. I don't understand what, I don't... Oh, I literally had to like... I've now permitted the term. I guess... I can't... Sorry, my allergies are suddenly hitting me hard. I'm like having to sneeze and blow my nose and stuff.
I'm not interested in a career in the criminal underworld, Miss Cox.
Fair enough. Stay away from us then, if you don't want to get hurt or worse.
Since my return from the war, I don't feel that concerned by threats, knives, or even bullets, if you must know.
That's exactly what that stupid trade unionist claimed after he attacked one of us. Booth and I reminded him a bullet beats words every time.
What's wrong with boys with wet butts? Automod was like, this is held back for a reason. Identity. And I was like, what? I should have screen capped them and been like, what? It's too late now. But... Because I can't think... I mean, Google it. What happens when you Google it? Is it an actual thing?
Tell me about this part of town.
You can't trust anyone around here. As soon as you lower your guard, you can be sure some arsehole will take advantage of you.
Really? Don't you think that's a little bit excessive?
Bastards, all of them. This region only responds to violence and threats.
Maybe it's specifically Butt Boy?
You
I
sound
can't, I'm
you're
like barely
thinking
even
of
listening.
somebody
Now I'm just like...
Take the grave
Now I'm
diggers
just
of
like...
Southwark. They must
drawn
pay me
into the
every
whole
week, but
Automod.
It looks like they forgot who gave them permission to steal from the dead.
Looting corpses in a mass grave. That is a new low.
Whatever. Hey, since you're a doctor and all, maybe you can access that forbidden area and remind those bastards what they owe.
Okay, I desperately need to like blow my nose and stuff. I'll be right back. Yeah. That was Life in London, right? Yeah.
Booth Digby looks at you with love-struck eyes. Tell me, Edwina, is the feeling mutual?
You have no idea how refreshing it can be for a woman to receive all the pleasure she needs. For once.
I'll take your word for it.
What is it, Doctor? A woman's not supposed to talk about these things.
Behind all your crude words and your attitude, I sense romance.
Wiping your butt after moving 5 things to no men's health.
Romance? I have no time for such rubbish. I use Booth like I use everyone else.
Hint fail? I didn't know you could fail a hint. I didn't actually think she had a kind heart.
Tell me about the man you and Booth killed, Edwina.
The bastard killed one of us and received retribution. There's nothing else to say.
What happened exactly?
I don't know and I don't care. One of ours was killed by that communist bastard, but he didn't brag for long.
So you have no idea what really happened, but you executed him anyway.
No one messes with the Wet Boot boys, Doctor. This is our territory, and this is our law.
I still read it wet Booth. It's also easier to say Booth boy instead of boot boy.
And your
least for me.
conscience is clear. You kill without hesitation.
Violence is an efficient tool, Dr. Reed, when used properly.
So you decide who lives and who dies, just like that.
Yes, Doctor. Just like that. I'm not saying it's
What does
fair.
Automod do
I'm
when you
saying
type
it's my
wet
way of
boot boy?
dealing with troublemakers.
Or wet Booth boy?
I'm looking for Mr. Sean Hampton. Do you know where I could find him?
The sad saint? I heard he was mugged or something.
Yes, he was. But he left hospital recently.
You don't say. Well, I suppose it's good news for the homeless and the useless. Ask them, they must know something.
Okay. It was definitely the word butt. Saying, I bet you it was butt boy. That's what it was. That's what it was. Latching onto there.
Can I see what you have to sell?
As long as you have money, I'll show you all I have.
I mean, I could use more of these if I want to use my other weapons. Alright, I didn't retain anything I learned about this woman. Because I just kept thinking about what butt boys. For looking away when they mock my color, I hate myself. For crying like a girl when they insult me, I hate myself. For swearing like a boy when they're gone, I hate myself. For hating my parents, I hate myself. For smiling when customers call me Sad Brina, I hate myself. For never finding the courage to tell Tom how I truly feel, I hate myself.
It's been a while since we've seen any.
Wow. Or Sabrina. What this?
Mark my words, miss. These murders are the work of a vampire.
Ichabod?
Vampire?
Like Ichabod Crane?
I'm a tracker of these creatures. A vampire hunter.
You'd best be off to your hunting then. For if the sewer dog is back and hunting all these poor folk, he needs a catching.
A sewer dog? What's it look like?
It's an old story. A
Oh, I
monster
killed that.
with daggers for teeth and icy claws. He comes of a sudden, nighttime, claiming innocence, then vanishes.
Teeth, claws, murders by night? Your sewer dog is my business. He's the kind of prey I hunt, milady.
Not a drop of blood left in his body. This is the work of a vampire.
Good evening, sir.
Who's dead? Oh, I
Have you
didn't.
witnessed any suspicious
even
activity
look.
or strange events recently?
And what do you define as a strange event? More to the point, who are you?
My name is Ichabod Throgmorton, vampire hunter extraordinaire and warden of the East End.
A vampire hunter? Really?
I know what you're thinking. I'm just another lunatic howling at the moon, but I'm not. The bloodsuckers exist, and they're close.
Mr. Throgmorton, I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'd like to hear more about these vampires you're hunting.
A man of science? Well, I'll be glad
He says
to
science the way I say science. For science?
What can you tell me about this neighborhood?
Did you hear about what happened to Jack Gillingham? Poor boy. It's a shame I wasn't around to protect him.
It's impossible to protect everyone. The violence seems endemic in this part of town.
But it's my duty. I am convinced Jack Gillingham was killed by a vampire. These evil rodents are spreading like a plague.
Yeah. This guy's not very bright, is he? The pre-win notice like 20 feet away. He's one of them, kill him. This guy's like, I hunt vampires. You wouldn't know anything about that, would you? Looking straight into my demon eyes.
So, how exactly are you protecting these people? I'm curious.
I patrol late at night, investigating anything unusual. I try and encourage people to stay indoors, but people are careless.
Can I help in any way?
Actually, yes. I plan to put up posters to alert the population to the vampire threat.
Are you asking me to paste posters about vampires around the docks?
If you wouldn't mind. If you did that, then I can focus on my patrols.
How do you identify a vampire?
It's simple, really. They can't stand daylight. They're afraid of garlic and holy symbols. They also cannot enter a house without being invited.
Have you ever killed one of these creatures? Yourself, I mean.
Of course I have. What kind of question is that? It's a dirty business, believe me.
He's definitely faking it till he makes it. That's for sure. And you know what I say?
Have you heard of the
About-
Guard of Priwen?
When you fake it to make it, and you
They're
fake it
dedicated
wrong,
hunters.
just fake harder until you get it right.
Militant for my taste, but they do let anyone join.
That's literally what I do at work. Just faking my way through it. I'm like, this is right, right?
You
Sure.
have attempted to join the Guard yourself.
I did think about it, but I'm more of a silent hunter. They're more of a sanitary militia.
I've definitely made myself sound like an idiot to anyone in the know.
So you hunt alone? That sounds risky.
Vampires are just like every other predator. They hunt when they're hungry and follow certain patterns. It's just a matter of observation and patience.
I'm looking for Sean Hampton. Can you help me, Mr. Throgmorton?
The sad saint? He should be at his night asylum at this hour, but I cannot tell you how to find it, sorry.
Really? Why is that?
It's nothing personal, Doctor. I'm sure your intentions are good, but people who sleep there, they have plenty of reasons to hide.
Maybe at least you can tell me who could help me find him.
Tell you what, go and chat with Tom Watts. He's a bartender and good judge of character. If he talks to you, then it's fine by me.
I could make you tell me, but I respect your refusal. You really believe Sean is a saint, don't you?
All I will say is this. Gossip has it that when he was a child, he was molested. By a priest of all people. Funny thing is, though,
Of all
it only
people.
strengthened his faith.
I'm dubious of this story of
Goodbye.
his.
And good hunting, Mr.
Dubious
Thornton.
and curious how that occurs. Also, who's dead? They are literally nobody! Alright, everyone's like... Tom Watts, Tom Watts! But also... I got... Oh, right, the gravediggers. Let's do this first. It's way over there. Wait, how do I guess I just whoosh across these places. Wonder if Shawn managed to become a proper vampire and was just overwhelmed by thirst. Maybe. Maybe he has turned in the same way that I've turned. He's always hiding because he knows that he should.
See them fancy clothes? This one's a top. No! Fuck, it's fast!
Yeah, those gun dudes are super squishy. Of course, he's like super resistant to blood damage, so my ult does fuck all this. Yeah. Oh my god! That almost one-shot me. We have loots. We shall loot as we go. It was a high level, but still. It's been a while since anything is like close, like hit that hard.
It's locked, all right.
Isn't that a door to nothing? That was a door to nothing.
Leech spotted! Watch out, boys! Crush the leech!
I need blood! He took no damage! Did he impale himself on the shelf? Because it made like a stab sound as he fell down.
I cannot enter.
Okay. Schling. Yeah. Can I upgrade this? I need 2 more. What about the gun? Ooh. That's a lot. Hold on. Okay, no, okay. I was like, that's a lot of damage. It's not that much higher. It's higher, but not that much higher. I don't care about reload time on this. The whole point of this is just whip it out and take a shot. Get some extra damage in once in a while. Just whip it out. Whip it out. If that blood shield thing just took like a percentage of damage from the blood before health, it would be pretty good, but it's probably just a block function. Yeah, it blocks 1 hit. By like it's just number of hits. Maybe it evolves in some way. I can take a look at it more, but because I'm sure it has the branching path thing. Yeah, like that's really good in its own way. Like that's obviously if you get hit by something light, then it's just like, well, shit. But if you get hit by something heavy, it just completely negates. It's really good. Depends on how often you can use it. If it's like Quen from Witcher 3, where you can just have it on basically all the time and be invincible, then that sounds great. I like my more offensive options, though. Can I not? Can I just not?
It's locked.
Do I have to go around? I have to. Maybe I can go through here. So give me blood.
Seems like the guard of Prewen is on Shorehampton's trail.
Jimmy the Spark Barlow, eh? That should stop the flames, yeah.
Burn it, boys! I'll send you to die, vermin!
Banana.
Let's pin it down.
Ooh. Stop it.
Want some of this?
Now we just keep spawning ads. At least they give me blood. Constant source of blood.
Trust the leech, boys.
I hate it. Fuck was that?
Burn it, boys. Die, vermin. You're mine.
Why is everything gonna use flames? Theme of the fight. Don't talk to me about themes. No one cares about your themes. The theme is blood. The theme is always blood. It heals very little. Feels like when it's I swear it heals more than that. 790. 200. Yeah, it should. It was only healing like 100. It should heal more than that. I guess it's like the residual flame wounding. I don't know. Get rid of it.
The wounds on this corpse are deep, the result of rabid rage. If this is Sean's doing, he's become a murderous beast.
Oh, am I accidentally, like... Can I accidentally just run into Sean? Is that what's happening here? I think it had something to do with that red cap. Hold on, is there like... No, I can't go up top or anything. Okay. Oh.
Watch yourselves.
Box? Did I miss a box? Yeah, the skulls like really know how to dodge the shadow cloud thing. Hate it! Stop it! Yeah, I think it's the red thing. It kind of caps off your healing, or like reduces it. Yeah. Where was the box? Was it this?
Die, vermin!
Oh, hello. That was like a delayed hit. That was weird. The Nook thing? What Nook thing? Like way back here? Like this? Oh. Alright, that was decent loot. I'm just like going all the way around. I just wanted to go there. No, they can fight each other. Oh, did they see me? Oh, lame.
Easy does it, boys. We can deal with this, Permin. All of you bloody leeches need killing.
Do we?
Die first. He's dead.
Got him. I mean, don't I mean me? Whose side are you on? Hello?
Step of you.
Did he not take damage from one of them? Weird. There's always babies crying in the distance. It doesn't matter where I am, there's just abandoned babies everywhere. Night shelter vicinity. This is probably where Sean is, and I just don't know that yet. Because I didn't talk to people, I just ran off. There's more people here. It's straight up just his night shelter. Find Sean. Well, I didn't even have to talk. I do want to go back and talk to people, though. At least I should be able to unlock the door so I can quickly go back and
I'm
forth.
Dr. Jonathan Reed. Can I help you?
A fancy doctor lurking at night by the docks? Not fishy at all.
And what about you? Working outside at night in this dangerous part of town?
You want to know my secret? I'm trying to earn money. And I'm Lottie Paxton, by the way.
I've decided she's delightful.
Is it not dangerous to work here at night?
As long as I have good legs, I can run away from trouble. The sad saint now provides me and my sister a bed and a roof. I don't want to lose that.
Are you homeless, Miss Paxton?
Mr. Hampton's night asylum is our new home now. It's a safe place for me and my sister.
What can you tell me about the Sad Saint?
It's just the nickname of Sean Hampton, the sad saint of the East End. He gave me shelter, and he's not always sad.
Okay.
What can you tell me about this place? How are things here?
It may be okay for a strong girl like me, but a dandy doctor from the city like yourself.
Dandy?
Better watch your back, Mr. Reed.
You don't know how much shit I fought just to get here.
You really think I should go back to a safer place, miss?
No, I think you had better stay and help as many people as you can. Just avoid the wet boot boys. Those bastards are worse than the epidemic.
Which local dangers must I avoid?
Well, the gangs, the thieves, the drunks, the jobless. A man with your fancy clothes will attract a lot of attention.
He does have
I
fancy
am
clothes.
not someone so easily intimidated.
Glad to hear that. And if you get into trouble, you can always seek help at Sean Hampton's shelter. No one would dare to be violent there.
I'm looking for Sean Hampton. Can you help me?
Mr. Hampton must be in his office at the night asylum he manages, I suppose. Why do you want to see him?
He was a patient of mine at the Pembroke Hospital, but he left abruptly.
I see. Well, Mr. Hampton is a discreet and dedicated man. I'm sure you'll find him soon enough.
Goodbye, Miss Paxton.
Hello, lady.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. May I have your attention for a minute?
Good evening, sir. My name is Giselle Paxton, but I don't have time for men like you.
Have we met before?
No, but I just need to look at your fancy clothes to know that you must be desperate to visit the docks at night.
That's quite judgmental of you.
Sir, I've led enough strikes when I had a job to identify you as an enemy of the working class.
May I ask what you do for a living?
I'm killing myself scraping for a living. And you? Have you ever had to struggle in your entire life?
As I told you, I'm a doctor. You have to work a lot to earn that title.
Oh, a doctor. Born with money in a nice house, were we? Was Daddy a banker or a doctor himself?
Why such hatred?
I find myself
Are you
getting this
judging
chip
me
on my
by
shoulder
clothes?
occasionally.
Of course I am. Fuck, you're so blind. You don't even see your privilege. Lazy people like you disgust me.
Like, she's an example of when it goes too far, in my opinion.
What can you tell me about this vicinity?
Tell you what, just spend a few weeks here, and then
Like,
ask
what
me
good?
that
What
question again.
good are you doing?
If you're still alive, I mean.
If you're just like pissed off at everybody who has like a more fortunate situation than you.
If you have something to say,
And then you
say
just
it.
demean that's like, you don't work hard.
I'm getting tired of all this.
I mean,
Oh, you want information instead?
some definitely work harder
Here's
than
some
others.
for
Like,
you.
let's be real. But
Giselle
like,
Paxton does not like you at all, Doctor.
especially right now, like
You don't
people
know
who work in
me,
a hospital,
Miss
they're working
Paxton,
pretty
and
hard.
yet you see me as an enemy.
Your manners.
And
your
all the nurses
clothes, your
I've known,
words
I haven't
tell
known
me
that many,
everything
but
about you, sir.
all the
I know
nurses
your
I've
kind,
known,
and you don't belong
they work
here.
a shit ton. I didn't hear what she said. I was too busy. I'm just gonna placate her.
You're right, Miss Paxton. My clothes and my manners do speak for me. And I may not belong here, but that doesn't make me a bad person.
You tell me, Dr. Reed. You tell me.
But yeah, nurses just work long hours all the time. Like, they're the workhorses of the hospitals.
You speak of strikes and class enemy. Am I right to assume you're involved in trade union activism?
You bet I am. Well, I was. Nowadays, I'm just another worker blacklisted by the big companies.
You lost your job because of your beliefs.
Those bastards really hate a worker who refuses slave wages and unsafe conditions, especially when it's a woman.
Isn't the whole point of trade unions to help workers in need? Why don't they support you?
A few nights back, I lost the money my companions had asked me to hide. With me and my sister being penniless, they thought I stole it.
What really happened?
I drank too much that night. Strange men saw me count the money in that bar. Some sort of militia in uniform. I'm sure they robbed me.
I'm looking for Sean Hampton. Can you help me?
What is it you want? Does he owe you money? Has he displeased your Royal Highness? I'm no snitch, Mr. Fancy Pants.
Well, I'll leave you for now. Goodbye, Miss Paxton.
This is gonna be that thing where it's like, I did this one quest for her, and she just instantly warms
It's
up to
locked,
me.
all
It's like,
right.
oh, I'm sorry, you're not so bad. Maybe I'll change my ways. Like, that's exactly how this is going. She's a bit of a caricature. She's less of a character and more of a faceplate of a character. Okay, I'm gonna make sure I open both these gates. Like, right now. Oh, I still can't dash here. Are there peoples? Okay, that's opened. I'm really feeling the heat tonight. Must say. Ah, that's pretty good. It's finally starting to cool down. I mean, it did cool down last night. We've been fortunate in the... Oh. I clicked the button. I clicked the prompt without realizing what I was doing. I guess I had the option. I had the option to actually put them up or just to fucking burn them and say I did. My bee. Well, consequences were drank here tonight.
It's locked, all right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Do I want to go this way? I mean, I could just go around and unlock the gate. Oh, never mind. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna head back. What? There's nothing here. Why did I take my weapon out? Pub itself. There's another person.
Hello, boy.
Hello. Good evening.
Did I scare you? You have nothing to fear from me.
No, it's just that people prefer to avoid me.
Well, I won't. I'm a doctor.
My name is Rufus, sir. Rufus Kingsbury.
The subtitle said Sir Rufus Kingsbury. He has anemia.
What can you tell me about this region?
It's all about staying out of trouble. But since most people prefer to avoid me, it's pretty easy.
Why do people avoid you?
They call me Rufus the Curse. Around here, I'm a bit of a bad luck charm.
Have you ever thought about leaving?
Where else would I go? At least I know these streets and some people around here. This is my city, for better or worse.
What do you do around here, Rufus?
I listen to the news on the docks, sir. And I smile at those kind enough to spare me a bob.
Do you have a job?
It's hard to work, what with my head and all. Since I was a boy, I've always had trouble remembering what I do and why I do it.
What do people say about this place?
Things have been tense between the wet boot boys and the communists. They both feel they should run the docks.
There's communists here?
Are you alone? Where is your family?
I don't have any. My parents are dead.
So you have no home? You're sleeping rough.
No. I mean, yes. I live on the streets. I have no home.
You should be careful, Rufus. There are things that lurk in the shadows of this city. Things that prey on the lonely and the desperate.
Well, I've known worse. I'm not all alone. I have Mrs. Fishburne. She's been very kind to me.
Why do you think she's so considerate?
I can't say, sir. I guess she's a good soul. Sometimes it's like she replaces the mother I lost, even if we're not related.
Ah, I have not met this woman yet.
Do you know a man who lives in this part of town? A man named Sean Hampton. I'm looking for him.
Sorry, sir. I don't know a lot of folks around here. Most prefer to avoid me.
Well, I don't think you should talk to him. He may be very sick.
Thanks for the tip. You might want to check the Turquoise Turtle. It's a pub not far from here. The barkeep
say
knows everyone in these
turquoise?
parts.
Do you need help?
A real doctor caring about me. That's a first. I feel like a real person.
A real doctor treats everyone the same, Rufus.
But some more the same than others,
Thank you.
apparently.
Thank you.
That's what Jonathan fucking said earlier tonight.
So long, Rufus. Be careful. Take care. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Why must it always be a good evening?
I was just being polite. I'm Dr. Reed. I'd like to ask you some questions, if I may.
Don't like questions. Or doctors. And the name is Seymour Fishburne, if you must know.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
A shithole filled with maggots. Liars and thieves, all of them.
Are you thinking about someone in particular?
No? Hate them all. Especially these petty, whining little shitbag beggars.
Is there no one who deserves your leniency, then?
Well, Tom from our local is somewhat of a decent bloke. At least, unlike most maggots, he knows how to listen without opening his trap.
What's interesting is that, like, it's normal to say good morning and good evening and all that. For, like, last several years at work, everyone says morning. No one says good morning. The occasional person says good morning. Most of the time people just go morning, because they've, like, shortened it from good morning to morning. Because we know, I think deep down we all know, it's not good. It's just morning. We're just acknowledging your
What's your
existence by saying
occupation?
I
morning.
take care of my mum. That's what I do. She's the only good thing in my life.
Why comment on the
Even though
state
don't
of the
treat her so
morning,
good.
even if it's just like a politeness platitude thing?
You seem upset. Is something bothering you?
I
Morning's
lost a
ever
necklace
good?
off my
Rarely.
mum. I'm a fucking idiot. A worthless idiot.
Not for me. I'm always fucking tired of shit. I'm like, I want 4 hours more sleep and I have to get up.
Sometimes it's hard to be a good son.
I just wanted to smile. No, I was thankful for her patience, appreciated like... God knows she deserves it.
Any chance you can help me find Sean Hampton?
The sad saint. Why would you talk to that cunt?
Actually, that's confidential.
Really? Well, go ask someone else then. I'm sure Tom Watts will gladly answer you.
Tom Watts. Tom Watts.
Do you require medical assistance?
That's something I didn't expect to hear again. A doctor concerned with the health of his patients. Yeah. I could use some help. On several matters, in fact.
I don't know which
Constantly
kind
talking
of
about like
doctor
medicine
you're
and stuff
used
is
to
kind of making me want to get
But it's a doctor's purpose to heal people.
what
And
was
is it your
the new one?
purpose
2
as well,
Point
Mr.
Hospital?
Reed?
That's
would
just
say
like
it's a
literally, it's literally
convenient way
just
for gaining
new
people's
theme
trust.
hospital. I enjoyed that game. I never actually bought it. I should have.
Goodbye, Mr. Fishburne.
other people. Is this where I originally entered the city? I think it is. A friend of mine was a huge fan of Theme Hospital and enjoyed 2 Point. Theme Hospital? Like, I would play that to this day. I played it for the first time, like, 3 years ago, and I loved it. Like, it's still good. Like, it hits all, like, the proper fundamentals that you need in, like a business kind of sim strategy game. Like, it hits all the markers. And it was all silly and whatnot. Like, 2 Point Hospital is basically Theme Hospital with better graphics.
She's got no idea.
I always need more potassium. I never need more of these other ones. It's always potassium. I have so much of everything else. Have I eaten anyone today? Because I have over 2,000 experience to spend. Or is this all just from fighting? And quests and stuff? I don't remember. Last person I ate was Thelma, right? She's already dead. I already saw her grave. Right? Yeah. Speak to me! Oh yeah, he's the drunk. He's the drunk from before. Why can't I... There we go.
Good evening, sir.
Whatever.
Don't you recognize me? We met a few nights ago.
Don't take it personally. I spent
Last
a lot
person
of
was
energy
Darius. No,
forgetting
no,
what
no,
I
no,
did
I
the
definitely
night
ate
before.
Thelma. No,
You had
it was at the end of the
definitely drunk
last
too much then.
stream, so it was last night.
I'm
Okay.
Dr. Jonathan Reed.
I'm Jason Delaney. I'll try to remember you. This time.
Thelma was the girl in the vampire... The girl in the hospital is like, I am an immortal.
What do you do for a living, Mr. Delaney?
Yeah, Thelma was definitely
I
after.
Drink. I drink in the morning and at noon. I drink at night.
I drink 2 drinks
and I
in the
drink some
morning.
more.
I drink 2 drinks at night. Yeah, they were both last night. I haven't eaten anyone today.
Why do you drink so much?
Maybe it's because I prefer dying slowly. Death can be so abrupt. Personally, I like to see mine coming at my own pace.
You sound very sad, sir.
That's because I am, Doc.
What a response. You sound very sad, sir. Holy shit.
Don't you work at all?
I'd love to, but I don't have the time. Didn't I tell you? Drink in the morning and at noon. I drink at night.
Is there anything in particular that you like about this part of town? Except for the cheap drinks, I mean.
How dare you say such a thing? I love this neighborhood. So friendly, so joyful.
No reason at all to rejoice, then. Life is hopeless and then we die, is that it?
Let me tell you a story.
Alright, go on.
All right. Go on.
A few years ago, when I believed a resolute man could change things around here for good, a tragedy occurred nearby.
What kind of tragedy?
It was a bomb. Bomb that exploded and killed many people. Metal and blood everywhere. Shouts, fire, broken window of the shoe shop, the torn street light.
You lost people you loved that day, didn't you?
I've lost everything. But you know what the worst part is? I don't even remember where it happened. I've drunk so much to forget it, and now I can't remember where it was. I can't pay my homage to the dead.
I'm sorry, Mr. Delaney.
It's okay. If you ever find the place, just leave a flower for me there. Even if you tell me where it is, I'm not sure I'd memorize it.
Is there anything in particular that you like about it?
How dare you say...
Why are you so cynical?
Cynicism is the polite way to express despair, Doctor.
No reason.
Let me tell you a story.
Another time, perhaps.
Oh, it's all life in London. Yeah, okay.
Surely you must have had dreams and expectations when you were young, like everybody else.
Sure. I wanted things to change. To really change, and to change for good. The bigger the dream, the harder the fall.
Sounds like you were an idealist, which is honorable.
No, sir. I was an anarchist and I believed that exclusive property is a robbery in nature. I wanted a new world to rise from the ashes, Dr. Reed.
Did he set off the bomb?
Do you really think the world is that bad?
No, I believe we all can choose to make it better. But most of us are too weak, too corrupt and too guilty. I failed for sure, but others will come.
I want to know more about your past as an anarchist, Dyson.
I'm still an anarchist, Doctor, make no mistake. I just reject violence as a tool to change the world, unlike my comrades.
Do you still see your comrades, then? Even if you don't agree with their methods anymore, I mean.
No. I hope they'll come to share my point of view one day. I'll raise my glass to that splendid idea.
Do you believe in a bloodless revolution, then?
I do not believe in much anymore, Doctor. But I'll admit I like your idea of peaceful change. I like it a lot.
He's fatigued. Of course he's fatigued.
I'm looking for Mr. Sean Hampton.
Surprised he's not
Do you
like
know where I could find him?
I really don't
worse
know.
than that.
I heard he'd been abducted, and I don't know if he's back.
Who could tell me then?
About the sad saint. I'll try asking Tom what's about him.
Inebriation aside, do you need medical help?
Yes. I feel sicker than usual these days.
Take this, then. And perhaps you could try to slow down the alcohol intake, too.
Hey, Doc, you don't really want me to stop the only remedy I can afford.
Goodbye, Mr. Delaney. Good evening, Mr. Throgmorton.
Dr. Reed, can I be of any...
Your posters were destroyed. I don't know how it happened.
I'm afraid your posters were destroyed.
It cost me good money to print those posters. Such a pity people don't take the vampire menace seriously.
Did you really think the posters would be useful?
See the sad saint of the East End? How a single man can help so many people? I consider myself the discreet protector of these men and women.
Yes, very discreet with your posters.
Tell me, Ichabod, why do you consider yourself the protector of Sean Hampton's shelter?
He is a truly inspiring example.
His mouth.
Dedicated, pious. His shelter is open to all, whoever they are. Most admirable.
Yeah, his mouth is very like Wallace and Gromit. Just, I don't know if I can do it, but it's very Wallace and Gromit.
Goodbye, and good hunting, Mr. Throgmorton.
should have offered a drink to the boy. Be he cursed or not, he's just another lost orphan.
That is some detail right there. Just ever so quietly, if the camera just happens to go near this lamp of bugs,
Perhaps I should shut the turquoise for
you
a
occasionally hear them go by.
I should just run as far away from this place as I can.
Good job, sound designers. How did you... I swear you were still outside.
Shut the turquoise for a time.
Evening, miss.
Well, I never. That's a first. Customers who make that much mess rarely come back. Never mind in fancy togs.
I'm much more myself than when we first met. By the way, I'm Jonathan, Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Welcome back to the Turquoise Turtle then, Doctor. I'm Sabrina Cavendish. How can I help you?
So I learned from a poem that you hate yourself?
What can you tell me about this area?
People don't appreciate that line of questioning round here. You best be more careful with what you say, sir.
You look concerned, Miss Cavendish.
This is a bad borough. Most people I know are afraid. Most locals will rob you blind, or worse. You best mind your step.
So you and your friends all feel in danger? No exceptions?
Tom's the only exception I've come across until now. But he's not like everybody else.
This place seems, how shall I put it, very colorful. I'm sure it has plenty of stories to tell.
Yeah, it's very
We
colorful.
get people of all
Turquoise,
sorts
even.
here. It's that rare place in the docks where you can have a drink without being murdered. At least it's not happened yet.
Aside from the guy right outside.
So this bar is neutral territory then?
Yeah. Tom's convinced this is something the locals need. No one ever draws a weapon here. That's one of the reasons I accepted the job.
Your boss must be quite the negotiator to force such an agreement.
Yeah. Tom's a great bloke. Mr. Hampton, who runs the night asylum, he's the only other man that's able to keep peace around here.
I gotta check. I gotta look.
Excuse my curiosity, but where exactly are you from, Miss Cavendish?
Something bothering you? What, my name? Or my complexion?
Believe me, I never judge someone on their place of birth or the color of their skin.
If that's true, you'd be one of the few not to make fun of me. Just you, Tom, Dyson, Miss Fishburne, and of course Mr. Hampton.
I'm sorry if I worried you. I was just curious to find out if you know this part of town well.
Nosy. My dad was a sailor from Bombay, and my mum was a maid born up in Glasgow. They got married in London. And here I am.
Sabrina, tell me about your true feelings for your boss.
I love Tom. Not ashamed of it. Don't care if the customers joke about it neither.
Who's mocking you?
I mean, we're always together. People will talk, won't they?
Does Tom love you?
Yeah, but he's always reluctant to take it further. It's not because I'm younger, or because of the colour of my skin. He hates jokes about us.
I don't know why I keep checking these over and over. Just feel the need.
Miss Cavendish, would you be willing to help me locate Sean Hampton?
You better ask Tom, sir.
Why not answer me directly?
We respect the privacy of our customers here, sir. Only Tom can decide who to speak to and what he'll say to them.
Goodbye, Miss Cavendish.
I enjoy your potatoes.
Times like these, a good drink's just as likely to...
That's a brand joke, not a Tata's joke.
Good evening,
I'm
Tom.
not commenting on her tots.
How are you tonight? Back to the docks, are we?
You remember me then?
Of course I do. You're that man who seemed so lost when he entered my bar a few nights ago.
Thank you for your hospitality. I'm Jonathan Reed, by the way.
I'm still Tom Watts. Welcome back, Doctor.
Yeah, well, he's got a lot of hints.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
It's not that bad. Thanks to people like the sad saint of the East End.
Who?
Sean Hampton, our own private holy figure. Few are foolish enough to make peace with the gangs. Sean is one of them.
How is it you can keep this place open? This part of town doesn't seem particularly safe.
Well, since everybody needs a drink, my pub is considered neutral ground by most groups.
I see. So you get pressure from all sides about how this place should be run, do you?
Or something like that. Nothing that a few wise words and a bottle of gin can't solve.
You're something of a figurehead around here.
I'm only pouring alcohol for everyone to forget their troubles. Sean Hampton is the one giving them long-term hope.
Since I'm here, is there anything I can do?
Well, perhaps, Doctor. Peace partly depends on my stock of gin. With the epidemic, my supplies are running low.
How could a physician help you in this matter?
I have a small warehouse just past the quarantine line. Perhaps, with you being a doctor, you could go there and come back?
Doctors aren't immune to disease, you know. Very well. Show me where it is. I'll see what I can do.
Oh, thank you, sir. Here's the key to get in. You're about to save many dry
I wonder what would happen in real life, because this almost kind of happened during the lockdown on the pandemic. What would happen if alcohol just stopped? Like if the production of alcohol just stopped. There was just no more.
Why does your waitress feel in danger working on the docks?
This part of town is dangerous for all, but for women it's worse, as always. Sabrina is a brave girl, but she can't help feeling in danger.
Do you think she has good reason to feel this way?
People would make
Are
it
you
in their
not
homes.
worried
I
about
suppose
her
they would.
safety?
Of course I am. The truth is, she's tougher than me deep inside. She just has to learn to control it.
What if like Prohibition happened again? Where it's like, no more alcohol, no one's allowed. We're destroying it from the earth.
Sabrina seems very fond of you, Tom.
I like her too.
Do you think
I
people
really
would
do.
legit riot over that?
I know
Or
I'm
people
her
would be like,
boss, and I'm much
and
older
then
and
get
all.
over it.
But I like her for sure.
What is bothering you then?
Sabrina is an angry one. She wears it like a coat. I'm not sure I can make her shed that anger. It hurts
People
to
were
see her
legit
like
worried about it during the lockdown, and then it was like liquor stores are an essential service, and like technically it is to some people who like have like some sort of dependency or like addiction or whatever, where it's like, but like for the average person, it's like you don't need it. You may like it, you don't need it. You can live without it.
Tom, I need to find Sean Hampton as quickly as possible. I've been told you could help me.
I heard the sad saint was recovering at Pembroke Hospital. Did he leave or something?
I believe he returned to his flock. Can you confirm that?
Oh, I bet you're right. Sean can't help but worry about the poor and sick. Oh, I guess it has something to do with what happened to him as a baby.
Please, tell me.
Well, I don't like to gossip, but I heard that the sad saint was abandoned as a baby in front of a Catholic orphanage in Dublin. That would explain his faith and need to help everyone.
Yeah, severe alcoholics like need it. Like they're physically dependent on it. But like I was like, in my mind, it's like if they did close the liquor stores, I'm sure they still would have like had some sort of service to let them still like, you know, not die from like the shock of going sober instantly. Like,
Tom,
I heard.
the important thing is I find him quickly.
Why not try his night asylum? He takes care of those who need a meal or a roof there.
Where is it?
It's in an old warehouse, northwest of here. Just follow the bank to the west and go north when you reach the end of the pier.
alright, I got nothing else to ask for now. He's healthy.
Goodbye, Mr. Watts.
Is that really how Amy Winehouse died? I thought it was like an overdose. Are you telling me it was an underdose? She apparently quit alcohol and drugged cold turkey and it killed her. Oh. I had heard, like, it was during rehab or something, but that was about it. I think I just assumed overdose, because it's almost always that.
I think I'm losing my mind.
That's what you heard.
Are they stupid or something?
It's locked.
And I go behind the bar.
Was for a time.
He don't get. Oh, this is like this is not functional. Okay, surely you have more than this. Like, there's pots, but there's nothing to.
Was for a time.
There's not even like a fireplace or anything to like heat anything up. Oh, I guess okay. There's I mean that. I guess yeah. I was gonna be like, that's just for heat, but I guess you can also like
These are good drinks
make
just
food with it. So wait, where's the hideout? It's right up there. Don't mind my whoosh. You saw nothing. You saw nothing. But yeah, I am going to level and end it here for the night because I am fading super hard. I want to see what this is. Let's read this. Let's see how it branches. Oh, it's got an exploding one. Oh, it only ever goes up to 2. Got 15-second cooldown. Oh, it's originally 30 and then it goes down to 15. Or you can get 3 hits and just reduce the. Oh, you can increase the duration and shit. Okay. I mean, that's still decent. Oh yeah. Remind me when we start tomorrow to look at my own eyes. These are fading in terms of damage, so I do want them to do more. 2,000. Fuck. You really can't. I feel like you would have to like max everyone's blood and then eat everyone to get like really powerful abilities. I don't know what to spend my experience on. I kind of want to save it for abilities. I mean, more healing from a bite, though, is good. Because I do bite a lot, so. I thought I got this level 2. I think. How's this branch? You trade the instant health gain for a greater regeneration. To heal normal and aggravated damage instantly. Okay. Trade more blood to heal yourself instantly and gain an additional boost on your health regeneration. So that can heal up to 500. That can also heal up to 500. It just costs. I feel like one is. Well, okay. I mean, I could just take. How much do these cost? 600. Claws. How good does this get? 265. 280. I think this is like a bit of an AoE to it as well. It's like a cone. It's my assumption. So you can either gain blood with it or more damage. Oh no, it's a stun instead. Apparently it was alcohol poisoning. Yeah, like I thought it was like some sort of overdose thing with Amy Winehouse. I'm gonna save what I have. I was gonna be like, how did stability go down? I cured everybody. Cured a lot of people. Yo, we up to healthy. She still has a cold, but we up to healthy. Races have changed. I don't know how, I cured nobody. I did nothing. I don't know how this went up. I guess it's just like shit's calming down. There's still 3 people I haven't met there. I've yet to interact with any of this. But you know, these people are like healthy. I like that goes up to sanitized. No, my eyes are still red. They look a little less red though. Maybe it's just over time. Maybe it's just like every time I drink blood, my eyes turn red. And it slowly drains away. Maybe it's a morality thing. I guess it could be an indication of how vampire-y I am. At least it makes more sense than in like Mass Effect, where like you're a dipshit, so you get evil cracks in your face. It's like, what? Doesn't make any goddamn sense. But anyways, I'm done for the night.
I'll be back tomorrow.
Same melty time, same melty same melty place. Slam my elbow. But yeah, me and the wet booth boys and wet butt boys had a good night. Even though I was kind of just like starting to fall asleep after all the talking. I was like, I'm tired and we're talking to people. But anyways, if you enjoyed your time here, feel free to follow if you're not done so already. But until next time, thanks for hanging out.